Box O tones. Caution. What have I got here? Well, I know who it's from. It is from Radio Wave Effects. I remember them emailing me about covering one of their pedals. I have some vague memories of what it was supposed to be. I remember that it's a fuzz overdrive distortion. It's a dirt box of some sort that started out its circuit life being based on an old Roland fuzz wah sort of situation. But as, you know, boutique pedals tend to go and circuit design tends to go, from what I understand from the email, it's become its own thing. So let's take a look at what I've got here. There's two things in here. I got two boxes in here. What did they send? There is the logo for Radio Wave Effects. Very cute. Ryan, happy new pedal day. Always love a new pedal day. I wasn't quite ready to send out the Dallader last. Oh, that's right. He wanted to send a different fuzz last year. The Dalliter Fuzz. To send out the Dallader last year after we spoke, I decided to add one to this box. That's right, two fuzzes, two different sounds. I hope you enjoy them both. Thanks again. Radio Wave Effects. All right, double feature. We're gonna do two fuzzes in one video. It's never been done before on any channel. So this is gonna be amazing. A first time for everything. Two fuzzes, one video. Will we survive? Will I be able to open the box? So this looks like the Dallader, if that's how you pronounce it. We've got some swag in here. Customary canvas bag to keep it safe in transit. There we go. There's a handsome fuzz. Volume fuzz bias. Nervous Energy. That's what this one was called. For all the caffeine addicts out there. All right, we've got a landscape fuzz and we have a vertical fuzz. We're in trouble. We're gonna fuzz both directions. All right, I'll get them plugged in and we'll find out what they sound like. Hey Tony, could you tell everyone what rig I'm running into today?
Invalid request. No rig on file.
Oh, I forgot. We did a big firmware update on Tony a while back, and I haven't re-entered any of my presets. We're kind of on a factory reset mode here. Hey, Tony?
What?
Pay attention to what I'm about to say. When I ask you to tell everyone what rig I'm running into, I want you to say, Ryan is running into the two Princetons rig.
Context error. Define input.
It's called the two Princetons rig because there are two Princetons. I'm running into two Princetons. I've got a Princeton over there and I've got a Princeton over there. So yeah, just, you don't need to know why. Just when I ask, that's my preset. That's the answer, okay?
Fine.
Thank you, Tony. Tony, what rig am I running into?
Ryan is running into the two Princetons rig.
There we go. All right. Preset saved. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. So anyways, I'm going to be using my Fender, what was this? The Player Mod Series humbucker single Floyd Rose equipped Stratocaster here. And I've got the Dalliter Fuzz first and the Nervous Energy after that. I'm assuming this is going to be a fuzz face. What does the manual say? The original fuzz face circuits. So yeah, we're notorious for sounding different from one another, one unit to the next. Our first change was to match a pair of vintage GE silicon transistors and add an external bias control to add versatility. The black dot, on this one it is a light dot. The black dot near the bias knob indicates optimal fuzz tone. Turn the knob to the right of the set bias point and you will get a modern gated and splattered style fuzz sound. Yes, please. Move it to the left and you will drive the transistor harder, increasing volume and overdrive. With the fuzz knob positioned near 1 o'clock and bias at 1 or 2 o'clock, you will flatten out the fuzz to an almost buzzy brass type of tone. I like the sound of that. So we'll put that on that dot right there. We'll start the fuzz all the way up and the volume down and we'll ease into it. Here is my dry signal just once again so you know what you're hearing. Time to turn it on. Find out what all the fuzz is about. It's doing the fuzz face thing. Right, I want to check out that bias knob. Let's turn it all the way up. Why not, right? Ooh, yeah. Get more volume out of that, please. Go to the bridge humbucker. All the way gated. You don't need to get any more gated than that. That's plenty. Nice Velcro rip there. This is a sort of fuzz face variation that I like. I don't tend to go for fuzz faces that just do the thing, just do the two knob thing. I want extra stuff to play with. Something as simple as a bias control that allows you to explore kind of gated sounds, Velcro ripping sounds, stuff beyond the normal that you find on the two knobs of a normal fuzz face clone. That's what I like to mess with. And this is doing it. That's a great Velcro rip. There we go. Davey Allen sounds there. I mean, it needs an octave, but still, that sounded great. You know what? I don't know if I have any other fuzz face style fuzzes in my collection right now. This is it. This is now my fuzz face. I don't think I have any others around. Correct me if I'm wrong. It does what I like. I like Velcro ripping fuzz of all different flavors. And this is a great example of that. Yeah. So let's see what happens underneath that dot on the bias knob. louder, that's for sure. So that's all the way down. Still plenty of Velcro up there. I mean, it's not like, but it's still got this nice, dry, crunchy, crispy, broken edges sort of thing going on. But it's not gating out the noise or anything like that. Right there, that's gated out. And here you've got some static coming through the signal. And way more output too. Let's try going through the fuzz range, and then I'll go to another level here, adjust the fuzz range again, and then we'll start exploring the nervous energy. That gets dark in a hurry, doesn't it? You know me, I like it just full-blown fuzz, but there's some kind of fun, dark, throaty sounds happening there. Yeah, not bad. But I like that better. Let's starve it quite a bit. Go through the fuzz one more time. To the nervous energy. What do I need to know about this thing? Nervous Energy is a compact sonic powerhouse inspired by the rare double beat fuzz wah. What made the double beat unique was the ability to select between 3 waveforms to shape the sound: sine, triangle, and square wave. Nervous Energy uses just the fuzz portion of the original circuit, eliminating the wah and modifying all 3 waveforms for ultimate user experience. What remains is the heart of what matters: rich, saturated fuzz tones that can turn any instrument signal into a full-blown sonic eruption. Designed to deliver a wide range of fuzz, from warm vintage-style textures to searing modern tones, Nervous Energy is versatile and intuitive. For the more adventurous, it offers a chaotic, self-oscillating octave mode. Yes, please. I'm interested in that. So what do we have here? Stimulation, mood, stress, hyperactivity, yes, maybe, and no. Stimulation controls sustain, turn it up for longer, more expressive tone. Mood adjusts the body of the signal, so tone, shaping both the bass and the highs. So there's the tone control. Stress is the volume output, and hyperactivity, input volume. Oh, nice. So that takes the place of the volume knob on your guitar. So if you wanted to dial in a setting where you're starving the input volume, it's got a knob for that. I like that. I've always wondered why most fuzzes don't have it. It's such a simple feature. I'm sure this is just like a passive volume knob as well. It doesn't need any extra circuit, so why not include it, right? Yes, no, and maybe toggle switch. Switch between 3 different tonal voicings. Yes, based on the original sine wave setting. No, the original square wave mode. And maybe once a triangle wave, now redesigned with a mid-scooped frequency similar to a big muff. Okay. All right. Now that we know, we can get into it, right? Let's set everything to noon. Well, maybe that should be all the way up. I'm on the humbucker. Yeah, I want to leave that wide open starting off. Okay, that palm muted sound right there is nasty. That's wild because the fuzz itself is this thick, fat sounding saturated fuzz. But then when you palm mute, it gets thin and brittle. That's an interesting dynamic. It comes from turning down the sensitivity. That's different. I don't know if I've heard that from a fuzz pedal before. And you can control it with the input. I guess I could have done that with other fuzzes with my guitar's volume control. Totally different style fuzz than the Dallader though. It's not doing the fuzz face thing. It's like a proto muff. Very different. Sounds like kicking an adorable, cute little puppet version of a penguin. Like a little squeaky toy. pick up the yes, maybe, no. So that's been the sine wave setting. This is the maybe, which was the once a triangle wave, but now redesigned with a mid-scooped frequency similar to a big muff. So this will be potentially as close as we're going to get to a big muff. I'm liking it on this setting. It's connecting to the 90s teenager that lives inside of me. All right. Still getting that real nasty nasal sound with that hyperactivity turned down. That's on the neck pickup. Back to the bridge humbucker. All the way back into fuzz right there. That's a very interesting tone control. The mood knob right there. It really is a mood knob. It's not a tone control because it's not going through this like, oh, here's just very bright sounds to very dark sounds. It changes the structure of the EQ across it where it's not quite so obvious. There's still lows in the signal on that. And there's still highs, even though, you know, that's supposed to be the high side of the EQ, but the lows are less boomy, they're less saturated, they're less full. But they are there. That sounds fairly normal to me. That's probably where most people would live. If you're using it as a distortion. Then all the way up, you get that boomy fat low, but it's not, it hasn't bled off the highs. And then you can get more high frequencies into the mix by starving it out, which seems to be starving out some of those lows, but then giving you that nasty nasal sort of sound left over as you're starving out the input volume. Let's move on to the no setting, which was the original square wave mode. Last gnarly. That's a fun little sound effect. It sounds like a seagull. I want to try it with the Deep 6. I was just on the phone with Mel from Alameda Guitars, the guy who built this for me. Before pressing record on this video, we were doing a little chat to catch up, and he told me that 2 people have ordered their own Deep 6s, which with the same exact loadout that I have here, since I got mine and started giving coverage to it. So if you're one of those people, if you're in the audience and you ordered one of these, I want to know about it. I want to see what you got. Send me pictures when you get it. Tell me what you think about it. I love mine. I love this guitar so much. It is like my go-to low-strung, deep-stringed instrument these days. It just plays amazing. It has every switch and knob that you could imagine for a guitar. It is like a studio powerhouse where if there's a sound, you can dial it in with this loadout. I've just been impressed with it every single time I play it. I'm very happy to hear that other people are buying them as well because they're amazing guitars. So anyways, here's what it sounds like without the fuzz on. In this current setup anyways. I'm running it in the hot humbucker setting on the bridge. Oh, and I've got the neck pickup on as well in a single coil sound. There it is with just the bridge humbucker. All right, let's go for it. Nervous Energy. fun little loop. I think single notes for the Deep 6 are fun on this, and then big fat power chords on the Nervous Energy. The two people who have ordered one of these have the unique experience of watching this video and knowing exactly what their guitar will sound like through these two pedals. But what do you guys think? Which one would you choose? The Dallader, Velcro ripping, fuzz, facey, vintage goodness, or do you want this heavy, kind of like it's borrowing from the circuit design of a rare oddity, a vintage oddity, but it's definitely pushing in that modern fuzz distortion sort of direction. And there's a lot of ground to explore there, a lot of relationship dynamics to explore in between the various knobs and the switch right here. Are you going to turn down the sensitivity and then adjust against it with the mood and the saturation? Oh, stimulation, that's what it is, not saturation. It controls the saturation, but it's a stimulation knob, obviously. But there's a lot of interaction going on between these three knobs and this 3-position switch here. A lot to experiment with there, a lot to explore, but it tends to prefer making those thick, saturated, heavy, distortion-y, fuzzy sorts of sounds, where this is just like that classic, just Velcro ripping, flat, dry, fat sounding sort of fuzz. I'm stoked. I'm glad that Radio Wave sent these out. Sent them both out so I could try two completely different styles of fuzz with some interactions that are new to me. Like, this was fun. It was fun to explore that and discover the secrets in between all these knobs. And it's great to have, you know, a fuzz face style fuzz in my collection now. I'm sure I have something that borrows from a fuzz face circuit, but this seems to get me squarely in that territory with some biasing fun, which, you know, I'm very fond of. So anyways, huge thanks to Radio Wave for sending these out. Everyone go click the link to say thank you to them. Thank them for providing you with the opportunity to listen to some fuzz pedals while you work or sit on the toilet or kill time while someone else in your house watches TV and you can't watch your show. So you're watching a YouTube video instead. Thank them for that down below and by clicking the link, obviously, to show them that this works, that demo videos work. And also, you know what? Thanks to everyone out there who watched the whole dang thing and made it all the way to the end. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. Thank you for your service. And you know what? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude, nasty comments, support us on Patreon, buy a shirt if you're naked. Click all the links. Go check out Alameda Guitars and Fender. I was playing a Fender earlier. Have you heard of Fender? Click the link down below to check out that Fender guitar and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.